Hello, welcome to this modeling tutorial. My name is Ryan Kittleson, and today I'll be showing you how to model a foot in Maya using some basic polygon modeling tools. Specifically, we're going to use the Insert Edge Loop tool and the Extrude tool. And only these two tools, along with basic move, rotate, and scale, is all that we need to make a very nice foot in Maya. So, alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to make a polycube. And let's drag it out in my side view over the basic shape of the foot. I'm going to ignore the toes for now. We'll deal with them later. Just going to drag out a general shape for the foot here and position it roughly in my different viewports. I'm going to go into vertex mode and just tweak it so it fits my reference a little bit more closely in all these different views. I always like to tweak my geometry after I create anything or insert edge loops or extrude anything, just because it's easier to tweak it when the geometry is very simple than it is to fix things after you've created a whole lot of geometry. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is create a new set of faces. We're going to extrude up the ankle and up the leg. But we need to make a new face that's only in this area right here so that we can do that. So let's pick the Insert Edge Loop tool. You can also get it by going to the Edit Mesh menu and hit Insert Edge Loop tool. And to use this tool, you just click and drag on any edge, and it shows you a preview of where the new edge is going to go. And when you lift off the mouse button, it locks it in. So now we've got a new face, and we can just extrude up the leg from here. And I'm just going to turn on move so I can move it exactly where I want it to go. Okay, that was pretty simple. Let's add in some new geometry so that we can get the toes extruded out. Let's extrude out some toes. So let's go back into our Insert Edge Loop tool, and I want to create new edge loops right in between where each of the toes is going to go. So let's put it right in the crevice between the toes. And as always, I'm going to tweak this new geometry so that it lines up with my reference. And I'm just going to keep shaping out this foot. Let's insert an edge loop to define the widest part of the foot. And now that this edge loop is still selected after I inserted it, we can just use scale and move to get it in the right place. Now we can also use our move tool to create that little arch, the arched foot. We can tweak some of the proportions. For example, the foot is higher on the big toe side, and then it slopes down towards the pinky toe side. Now also something that we see we've got here is these edges all in a line. It looks very mechanical, not very natural at all. So I'm just going to tweak these by hand to kind of space them out a little bit, make them feel a little bit more natural, make the shape of the foot feel a little bit rounder. And actually we don't need these faces up on the top of the foot. We can just select all these and delete them. Let's insert another edge loop around the ankle area so that we've got a little bit more geometry to work with. Just to get the shape a little bit more accurate. And also I don't like having faces that are too long. That can make your model a little bit stretched out. It's nicer if you can kind of keep your polygons roughly square. Not perfectly square, but close enough so that things aren't getting too stretched out. Okay, so I think we're ready to start extruding our toes. We've got a basic foot shape going here. If we hit 3, we can see a preview of what it's going to look like when it subdivides. Could still use some more work, but we'll just go ahead and skip that for now and get into the toes. So you can extrude your toes. I like to do them one at a time so that they each get a little bit of individual attention. All these toes, you can see they're very different. Each of them has different sizes and lengths, and some are bent at weird angles. So I like to just do them manually because they really do need individual attention. Now I can insert an edge loop at this thinnest part of the toe. And I can also insert one at the widest part of the toe just to help the shape feel a little bit more natural. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing for the rest of the toes. Skip the video ahead right here. So you can see these toes have a lot more shape to them now. And this is a pretty good beginning for a foot. There's definitely a lot of more tweaking that we should do to really shape out the foot, but it's really just a simple matter of selecting verts and edges and faces and just moving them around. You can keep adding more detail if you want. You could extrude out toenails. You could insert more edge loops if you want more detail. If you want to create more detail for the ankle, you can extrude that or insert edge loops for that. But now that you know how to do that by watching this tutorial, you can do that on your own. So have a great time modeling. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my videos.